Yo, what's up guys, welcome to another video. And in today's video what I have for you guys is something really special to talk about. In today's video what I have for you guys is pretty much the COD WW2 review video, and this video is going to be kind of different from my usual content. Obviously I've never done like a Call of Duty review before, I'm pretty sure, unless it was like a really older video, but I can't remember actually doing one. So this year it's going to be a special video. It's going to be split up into two different sections, the good sides and the bad sides of this game, and I'm planning to make this video a bit longer, so you know, get ready. This video is going to be a really long one, and there's just so many things I want to talk about this game. And one more thing before we get into the video, I just wanted to thank you guys for all the support that I've been getting on the channel recently. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and you know, it's just a small milestone, but nowadays it's really difficult to get up there, to actually gain subscribers, to get people to watch you, and I really appreciate any support. So if you could leave a like, comment on the video, just do something to support the channel, it would be really appreciated. And another thing is, in the background you guys will be seeing some COD WW2 gameplay. Obviously the first gameplay is going to be of a V2 rocket, and this is my first and only V2 rocket I got in COD WW2. It's really strange because in Black Ops 3 I had like 6 or 7 nuclears, and in Advanced Warfare I had a couple of DNA bombs, and in this game I just had like one V2 rocket. For some reason I just didn't play well enough to get a 25 gun streak in this game, but I have a couple of nice gameplays from this game. So even if, you know, the game actually does end and Black Ops 4 comes out and you guys still want to see more COD WW2 footage, then obviously I'm here. I've got enough gameplays to cover pretty much 2 more life cycles of a COD game. So if you guys want to see more Call of Duty World War II gameplays, let me know down in the comment section below, and I can just, you know, do some commentaries or just normal gameplays. And yeah, let's just jump right into the video. So we're going to start off with the bad things that I see about COD World War II, and we're going to start it off with the most important kind of reason in the bad section, which was the horrible launch of the game. And I am pretty sure that Call of Duty World War II had the worst launch of any Call of Duty game in history. It had so many glitches, so many problems, so many things breaking in the beginning that it was literally unplayable. The game was unplayable for the first month, I would say. The headquarters was broken for many weeks, and you know, the headquarters was something that was really advertised in this game as this massive feature. 60+ people in a social space, opening supply drops next to each other, communicating, commending each other, doing 1v1s, shootouts, and so on. It was a really massive feature, and it honestly got me really excited for it. Before the game released, I was thinking I'm going to be spending way more time in the headquarters than I actually did when the game released. Obviously when the game first released I spent a lot of time in the headquarters. I was doing 1v1s. I was planning to even do a series on the YouTube channel on 1v1s, but it just didn't come to it. It wasn't exciting enough, it wasn't good enough, and by the time the headquarters was actually like out, people weren't motivated to even go into the headquarters other than to glitch out their social score and get some free social XP just for standing there doing emotes, watching people open supply drops whilst being AFK, or just opening supply drops. That's what it came down to. Pretty much 4 months down the line in COD World War II, no one was doing shootouts, no one was doing 1v1s. It was pretty much a sausage fest of 60 people in a social space doing jumping jacks, being AFK and opening supply drops. That's all it came down to. So that was a massive fail on Sledgehammer's part. They could have done something to kind of eliminate that feeling of boredom in the headquarters. They just could have done something exciting, something fresh, rewarded players that actually played 1v1s, done shootouts, you know, just engaged in the headquarters by giving them more than 25 social score for doing something. Bear in mind, 25 social score is a really low amount. If you haven't played COD World War 2, you're just watching this video for a kind of review, if you're maybe planning to buy the game, because I know it's on sale in many different parts. I think it's on sale on the PlayStation Store, and it's overall a really easy game to get to. And social score is pretty much like points that you get for just interacting with other players in game, as I said previously, by playing shootouts, 1v1s, or commending players. A social rank gives you different rewards. There was special rewards like gun variants or uniforms, I'm pretty sure, helmets or calling cards, supply drops, armory credits, whatever. They just gave you special rewards for reaching a certain level in the social score. And you know, the beginning social levels were really easy to get to. You know, you needed like 1000 social XP to get to the first couple of levels. You would unlock some variants, some supply drops, and so on. And bear in mind, after you ranked up your social rank and got to the point I am at, I've got 14-15 days of playtime in this game, and I'm still on social rank 16, which is, you know, it just explains like how often I interact with the headquarters, how often I do 1v1s or different things like that. The only way I'm literally getting social rank is by opening supply drops in the headquarters and doing some daily orders that give you some social score. And you need a lot of social score to actually get on another level. You need like 20,000 social score, and winning a 1v1 gives you 25. So imagine how many 1v1s you would have to do to actually level up once. So the headquarters was a massive fail on Sledgehammer's part, and I'm pretty sure it's never going to come back into COD. Another massive topic that was brought up during the life cycle of this game is the lack of content that it had, especially in the beginning. You know, as the life cycle of the game kind of went on and it developed, then we managed to get a lot of content, which I'm going to talk about later on in this video. But when the game actually released, it released with 9 maps that came into the game. There was 10 maps, including Winter Quarantine, or just Quarantine, whatever, which was a pre-order bonus, I'm pretty sure. And people were really outraged that there was only 8 maps in this game, which made the game really stale really quickly. People started abandoning this game after a while of just playing it, which was a massive problem. Obviously, I had the same thing. As soon as, you know, I got my hands on COD World War 2, I started ranking up and playing more and more of this game. I kind of started realizing how boring this game started to feel, how little maps we had in this game to cycle through, and everything just felt so similar, so repetitive, that so many people started leaving in the beginning. I know I started playing this game with my mate, and literally a couple of months later he left. He stopped playing this game just because he wasn't interested in it. So, you know, it's a big indicator that a COD game really needs to have a lot of content to kind of rival all the games out there that are coming out with so many new things. Like Fortnite, they have a brand new update every single week with new guns. Recently there's been a new trap, new places on the map and stuff, and you know, it keeps on changing and developing, whereas COD just stood in the same place and gave us even less content than we had before, instead of evolving into something bigger and giving us more content. And it just made the game into a really stale, bad mess that people were just abandoning, which obviously is a massive problem. If people stop playing the game, then more people are just demotivated to play, more people start leaving, and the game just dies like that. Another thing is, you know, the maps that we had in this game, none of them were iconic. If you look back to, for example, Black Ops 3, we had Combine, we had Nuketown, we had so many different maps in the game, and they all felt unique, they all felt special in a way. Obviously there was some maps that just didn't play well, you didn't like, but most of the maps in the game were really good. Whereas in this game you really have nothing special other than Shipment. You know, Shipment obviously is a remade or reimagined, I would say, map, and it's the same thing we had before, so it's not really brand new content, it's just reused content from older Call of Duty games, which is obviously a massive problem. If you don't have really nice maps to play on, you don't really want to play the game because you're not feeling like playing any other map in this game, which it was a massive problem. Honestly, it was a problem that kind of haunted me throughout the life cycle of this game, just because I didn't really feel any kind of connection towards any map in this game. Every single one felt the same, everyone felt boring, and I just didn't enjoy playing on pretty much any of the maps in this game. Okay, so I feel as if I kind of went, you know, too excited right there, so I'm just going to chill off for a minute, and we're going to move on into the good things about this game, because I kind of have more good things that I see about this game than bad things. Obviously there are some major issues which I've covered in this video, like horrible launch, the maps, the content. You know, these are probably some of the main reasons why COD WW2 failed in a way, if you know what I mean. But now we're going to move into the good things about this game. So starting off with the first reason is the setting and the feel of the game just feels nice. It feels gritty, it feels realistic. Obviously it's a video game, it won't give you a full-on representation of what World War II was like, but in my opinion it did a really amazing job of portraying how World War II was. Kind of, you know, I'm a massive fan of like history. I really like learning and just reading, playing, watching, doing whatever when it comes to history. Like, history is, at least it was, one of my favorite subjects back in school. But you know, playing a World War II game with iconic guns such as the PPSH, the BAR, the M1 Grands, the Mosin Nagants, all of these guns just feel iconic, they feel amazing, they feel original, and you know, it's really nice to play on a World War II map. For example, Ardennes Forest or Aachen, or many different locations in this game, because you know they're real, they're not made up, they're not some space station like we had in Infinite Warfare. They're like real life locations where fighting actually took place at. So that's like one of the most important reasons why I really enjoyed this game when this game came out. You know, the guns, the maps, the soldiers, the screaming. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, if you haven't played COD World War 2, there is a feature in this game. If you kill someone or if you blow them up with a grenade, they let out a specific scream, like they're dying in pain. Obviously limbs blow off, so if you kill someone with a nade, you can still see someone on the floor, you know, moving around without a leg, which is obviously really immersive in a way, especially if you're playing with a headset on. I'm that kind of player that doesn't play COD with a headset on. I watch some kind of podcast or some videos on YouTube while I'm playing COD, because I just don't take COD that seriously, if you know what I mean. Another thing that the COD developers actually did amazing with this year is the free content that we got throughout the life cycle of World War II. Obviously, in the bad side of this video, I was talking about how there's a lack of content, that we didn't have enough maps, there wasn't enough iconic guns in the game. But throughout the life cycle of the game, we had many different events. There was a Christmas event, a Shamrock and All event, or whatever it was. It was like this St. Patrick's event. There was a summer event, there was a Halloween event. There was so many different events in this game that gave us so many different new things, like new maps, new guns, new uniforms, new supply drops, new orders. There was so many things added into the game. Obviously some of the greatest guns that have been added in through DLCs, like the Sterling, the Nambu Type 2, or the Type 5, the AVS, the Mosin Nagant sniper rifle, which is like the Type 3 line sniper or something. It's called something along those lines. But they just added so many new things for free. That's another reason. They added things for free. You didn't have to buy specific DLCs to get these guns. But there was a catch towards the end of this game's life cycle. Obviously, this game was marketed as in like the supply drop, consumer friendly model. So they didn't add any DLC guns for the first few months of the game's release. They didn't add any, you know, supply drop content such as camos or weapon charms or any other kind of things that you would want into supply drops. But as the game's life cycle kind of went on, they started adding more and more things into supply drops, such as camos, guns, and they restricted so many things behind supply drops or some kind of grinding mechanism in the game. It was unreal. It was really, really frustrating and really infuriating to know that there's an event coming into the game and you don't have enough credits, you don't have any supply drops saved, and you can't get the new gun. If you like, for example, the Mosin Nagant was released into a event and I didn't have enough armory credits, I didn't have any supply drops saved on my account, so I couldn't get the gun straight off. I had to grind my ass off to get some armory credits and some supply drops and hope to get lucky. And that event that implemented that Mosin Nagant gun came out a couple of months back, and I recently got the gun. I really wanted that sniper rifle, and I had to grind so long to get the armory credits to buy it, even though I opened 100 plus supply drops ever since and still didn't get it. So that's kind of a good and a bad side of all of this free content. Some of it was locked behind supply drops, and it was some of the best content, which is guns. Obviously, if you're bored of the game, you're a master prestige, you have nothing to do, you want new guns to play with, and they were locked behind supply drops, which means you had to play with the old guns that you are used to, that you played with before, and you had to grind for supply drops, which was a really massive kind of kickback into many people's kind of hopes of this game. But I'm gonna pretty much end off the video at this point because my voice is dying and I've been recording this video for such a long time. Obviously I gotta edit it and get it posted today, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't get me wrong, COD World War 2 is not a bad game, but it's not a perfect game. Obviously I'm kind of in the middle. As I said in the beginning of the video, I'm in the middle of this whole opinions on COD World War 2. I really like the game in some aspects and I really hate it in some other aspects. So I gave you guys what I like about the game and what I dislike about the game, and it's pretty much up to you to make a opinion about the game and see what you like about it and see what you don't like about it. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and as always, it was Super Mikey signing out. I hope you have a great day, and peace.
Illuminati, cause of my profit, pull up in poltergeist. You had a nigga that's popping, bitch, you got nothing, bitch, you ain't do it, bitch. Traveling across the country, I been get money, say you get